So she comes across.
Okay, so that douchebag you just saw a second of is named the Sunny Side, and I, I, I have a new appreciation for people's. Well, I have a couple of different new appreciations, having interacted with this guy briefly in the chat on his live stream. So, Rachel paid the guy for an astrology reading. It's one of the things she likes to indulge in, you know. And she was listening to it on her phone, or listening to this live stream on her phone. And I said, "Oh, I'm gonna put it on the TV." And so I went into the stream, and I put a couple things in the chat. Nothing that anybody could possibly find offensive. I made kind of a joke about me and Rachel saying, apparently I have a very shiny, I put in scare quotes, astrology chart, whereas Rachel's is full of yards and squares. I got timed out. I got not just timed out, I got hidden from the channel for that. I've looked back and forth. I have no idea what could possibly have been the justification for hiding me from this guy's channel. But so then, you know, Rachel's getting a little frustrated with me because I'm like, what just happened? You know, and she's trying to get the guy to focus on her astrology reading, which he paid for. And then the guy proceeds to explain his policy on hiding people from the channel. That, you know, oh, you're welcome back. You have to change your username, blah, blah, blah. You probably just got to do it again, get banned again. I said, I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything at all. Not anything remotely even trolly. I said in one of my comments, like, I said, you know, coming in here from this angle makes me understand the desire to troll. For a second, I thought about it'd be funny to pretend to be a very jealous boyfriend telling people to stop talking to Rachel, you know? And people were initially very welcoming of me. But I guess my irreverence, it was like, I said absolutely nothing that any sane person would time out, let alone hide somebody from the channel. But my takeaway from this is, okay, so that's why my channel provides a respite for people, for logical people, thinking people, people who care about like fairness or whatever. Because first of all, I'm hesitant to hide somebody from the channel. I just time them out so I give them a chance to come back and say something, right? Like if I had a chance to come back and say something, I say, what the hell did I do? You know, why'd you time me out? Except they didn't even time me out. They hid me from the channel. And he says, you know, sometimes you can just tell what kind of person somebody is. The fuck? I mean, I guess if you don't care at all about truth, justice, and the American way, you can just sort of make an arbitrary determination. I was not there to troll. Rachel was watching it. I wasn't going to troll with something Rachel enjoys. I was just chatting briefly within the chat. But so I take away this. I feel you. If you've been timed out and you feel like I've timed you out unfairly at some point, I respect that. I don't want to be guilty of that. And when people have correctly pointed out, hey, this was a double standard you applied here, this way, and here this way, it's a fair critique sometimes. And you know, I do my absolute best to not arbitrarily time people out, and certainly not arbitrarily hide people from the channel. What the guy said is true, that sometimes it takes a while to make a determination about what kind of person somebody is. But he said those words, but he did not. His behavior was the exact opposite of those words. That it took him no time at all to determine I was hideable in a second without any justification at all. So anyway, I thought I'd share those thoughts. It's rare that I go in from that angle into a live stream, and I get how frustrating it is. It must be for people also to be disempowered to respond to this guy who's sitting there spewing this bullshit about me based on absolutely nothing, and I'm voiceless, except I'm not. Now, he's got 70,000 subscribers, but he's got the same number of participants in his live stream as I do, interestingly, which is kind of encouraging. Regardless, I may only have 6,100, but Sunnyside, I'm calling your ass out. You are awful. Just an awful, awful person.